My name is Constantine Cazzolis, I live 47 Knoxon Street. First of all, I want to say about the Bardavon. It's a beautiful place. It's the hardest place to sneak in when I was a kid. And it would have been knocked down if it wasn't for certain people that had foresight. I forget, Don Hill, one of the guys that designed the 360 was responsible for keeping it from being demolished. I have a statement here I'll be reading. First of all, I agree with Brian as far as the jail goes, and Brian's doing a good job up there. Even if we had our problems in the past, but politically, I gotta say here, we don't need a new jail. And I'll give you my reasons some other time about that. I'm gonna read a statement here, and I'm touching the base for a lot of people in the city of Poughkeepsie that are affected by the cuts that are coming down the pike. The Exodus Steinhouse deserted a sinking ship, like as Jimmy Cagney says, you dirty rat, and that's what he did. Reason, someone was asleep at the switch, that includes the county legislature, only to awaken to find the county having an unwanted $4 million pregnancy reflected in the Dutchess County budget. Years ago, the city of Poughkeepsie gave up its sales taxing power so there would be a uniform county sales tax. The county stabbed the city in the back. County Executive Molinaro proposed 2% sales tax cut revenues to the city. Ironically, for your information, county sales tax revenues are up 4%. This shortfall in county sales tax revenues to the city will result in the layoff of all the 16 garbage men plus others, who are the last vestige of neighborhood and community in the city, what urban renewal didn't devastate. The city has been a dumping ground for the federal, state, and county programs contribute to the 27% citywide tax abatement. I'm going to making reference to my first page. I intentionally making a special point to emphasize the scam being forced on bankrupt, poverty-stricken Poughkeepsie with its 6% people on Medicaid and the 100% free lunch program and the 27% citywide property tax abatement is unconscionable. The fact to increase the fund balance from below 5% to above 5% to get a favorable Moody's bond rating for the $12 million Nelson House demolition. The above action is being implemented on the backs of the city of Poughkeepsie residents. For the record, big chunks of property taxes are in the form of a pilot. The revenue solely raised reflected through the sales tax going to the Dutchess County sales tax coffers. Cutting back 2% sales tax revenues to Poughkeepsie is a county ripoff. He had Republican here because, like Jesus said, he was without sin cast the first stone. City Poughkeepsie Mayor John Isaac sandbagged the present Democratic Common Council, keeping it in the dark even during the mayor's 213 budget review process. I attended them all to let you know. The previous controlled Republican Common Council and the Dutchess County Legislature suppressed raising property taxes that would have offset the impending economic tsunami. For your information, cutting Poughkeepsie's 2% sales tax revenues, while at 4% in Dutchess County sales tax revenues increasing, is being greedy. The biggest con job to municipalities is the pilot crack. Sorry if I use that term, but that's the only way I can express it. Especially when the pilot monies are predicated on the sales tax revenue, but not property taxes. It's like the old Abbott and Costello routine. I get it, you get it, and I don't get it. The city of Poughkeepsie is getting a short end of the stick. Philosophically speaking, we know what it means. The one world order Illuminati, Rhino, Republican Governor Rockefeller, with trickle-down government economics is reflected with New York State having the unique status of one of two states having to absorb the 20% Medicaid expenses. I found him repugnant with his personal remarks to me, on top of being the only versatile person who could dress himself after dying. The expose by the Poughkeepsie Journal investigative reporting regarding the overbilling of Lost State of $1 million per year per patient to the feds. With the inflated monies going to other out-of-county state institutions, my observation is, question, the 25% overbilled county share was still picked up by the county taxpayers without any adjustment or reconciliation. What recourse, if any, does the county has to recoup those overbilled county Medicaid expenses? There is a tentative, let's talk about politics now. There's a tentative political deal between Mayor Tyzik and Dutchess County Executive Molinaro for the county takeover of two city projects by coupling the city community development grants and the city buses. The 800,000 annual federal development grants costing the city nothing, because 20% goes to the administration costs, plus for the city because it receives revenue for office rental. The other is the federally purchased buses with an annual 20% federal bus subsidy. The subsidy goes to the city. Who gets the subsidy? If privatized. For your information, the loop system is privately owned and its maintenance is subpar to a point of being non-existent. Now I'm going to get to something which really boils down. After hearing on the radio that New York City is moving 150 inmates from one of New York City's prisons to Fishkill Prison because of the effects of Hurricane Sandy. Observation, Fishkill has at least an extra space for 150 additional inmates. That's nice. Governor Cuomo can transfer in-state prisoners on short notice, but not Dutchess County. Dutchess County has any given day between 80 and 100 state prisoners, costing the county about $100 a day, and state reimbursing the county, I think, $30 a day. We're a long-time, 3-decade state senator, Steve Salan, being endorsed and sucked up to Governor Cuomo along with his New York City gay liberals, letting this non-rapid transfer of state prisoners fester in Dutchess County Jail, taking up premium jail space about 100. This inaction is costing the taxpayers precious and unnecessary extra tax dollars. And I appreciate your time, and believe me, and I speak for a lot of people that can't get up here. But you know, the low people on the toll post, especially garbage guys, to me, they're my community. They live in the city, they pay taxes in the city, so meantime, do what you can do, and let's get some of that money back. Because privatizing garbage is going to cost more for the city resident than if it's incorporated into their taxes, plus other things too. I appreciate if I took too much, Raleigh. You know where I'm coming from, because, you know, being a city resident, you know where I'm coming from. Can I give these to the girls up here? Sure. I don't know which one of you beautiful girls are going to take it. You're all good looking. Here you are.
Linda Keach and Jody Miller can be next.